What is up, guys? Out of the Park Boys here with
Stephen Conrad Jr.
At yourself.
If you don't recognize the name.
At yourself on
YouTube
anything.
legend, Philly sports
What,
legend.
on social media accounts?
At anything you want in the beginning.
I think if you,
we don't do it at
if
the
you
end,
Google Stephen Conrad Jr., I'd hope I'd show up on something.
Yeah. So.
On something, I don't know what.
Yeah.
Definitely not OnlyFans. Maybe one day.
Is
Not
that
yet,
like
not
is
yet,
that like
no.
something you're looking forward to or what? No.
Hate that industry, honestly.
You do? Let's get into it.
So
Why
you
do you, why,
never?
What do you hate about it?
The only reason it exists, honestly, if we're being honest,
Oh.
I'm sure you guys would agree.
Puppy, you can't be here.
OnlyFans really only exists because of, I want to say men, but just weak-minded people, you know?
Yeah.
It's crazy to me that people would spend money to access certain things, you know?
Yeah.
When it can be accessed for free.
If you have
Wow.
game, you can get it for free. Yeah.
I don't even think you need game.
No.
Mm-mm.
You don't think so?
No, I don't think so.
What would you need then?
People.
Still
Some people are willing to give it out and show it to you for free because they want you to see it so
Dang.
bad. In
That is
hopes
true.
that you'll pay for it, maybe, right?
Wow. He wants the spotlight.
Just
yeah.
Something's
good.
telling me this won't be the last night we do this.
Yeah.
dude. For the
What is
biggest
this dog
biggest
want?
time, we wanted you to get on the pod. We started posting episodes. Now you wanted to be.
You
on
want
the
to know
pod?
why I was hesitant? Because I wanted you guys to get this up and running. Actually, I'm just going to say it now before we dive into anything.
Yeah.
We're rolling. I'm proud of these two.
Wow.
They have been talking about this idea for a very long time. And the hardest
No,
part, I
it's
tell everybody, they
Go.
hate to hear this stuff. The hardest part of anything in life is starting. Just literally taking action and starting. And these two actually asked me. I don't know if I'm gonna air some dirty laundry out there.
Go ahead.
They wanted me to be a guest, I think first. I don't know.
Yeah, we wanted you to be first guest, and
And I said no. Well, I was grumpy at the time when you guys hit me up, but there's other reasons why. I just wanted to see if they could do it on their own, and they did. This is huge, and I'm proud. I'm hyped.
thank you.
They're already ahead of 99%. That's true. You're in the 1%.
I appreciate
There's a lot of people out there who have podcasts, right? Which is true, but there's 99% of people that don't have a podcast, and you guys started, and here we are.
it. I appreciate it. I appreciate that. We're looking forward to having you on for sure. That was like one of our, because I feel like you've been in this game for, you're obviously what, 23 now,
24,
24 now.
Kobe year that's coming to an end
Jeez, man.
soon.
When do you turn 25?
April
right?
20th, 420, baby.
Oh, so you still got a decent amount of time being.
Nah, I don't know.
I think-
It goes by quick, man. I'll be 25 before I know it.
I think the
Dude,
reason
it's
I wanted
crazy.
to start doing this type of stuff is like I saw you. I've never known anyone that actually like created YouTube content, and like I used to watch some of your videos. I thought, I mean, your older videos that my brother showed me, funniest videos I've ever seen.
Bro,
I wish you would have kept them.
Yeah.
Those were great.
Dude.
Some
I
things
know you
can't be accessed by the
Yeah.
internet, but
Uh-huh. Yeah, I know you can't keep them just because
some things.
how the internet is today, but they were great.
Yeah.
Like, our Fortnite videos and stuff were top tier for sure. yeah.
But I definitely, dude, I remember some of the
Yeah.
times playing Fortnite, like getting on a Fortnite playing with you. I think Steven's by far the funniest person I've ever
Dude,
seen on
Wow.
the
I
mic.
know, bro. We got to get you back on there.
We
Hey,
gotta-
new
we
season
should-
just dropped today.
We
so-
should start streaming
Well,
all that. We could start taking clips off of that.
Out of Fatal Fields, I guess, right?
Yeah, I guess if it's still there, I don't know if it's there anymore, huh?
When I played, there used to be like 12 people in that party chat and everything. It was.
Bro,
I never knew who
I think
half them
those
were,
days
though.
are coming back.
They
There's
are.
a bunch of games coming out.
slowly.
Everybody's getting a hold of PS5s now, finally,
Yep.
which
Yeah.
I never understood why they made that so hard.
yeah.
This isn't a path a lot of people take. That's why I said you guys are in the 1% just by starting.
So
Who the
how-
hell wants to work a fucking 9 to 5, man?
Yeah.
You know, I'm sure you guys aren't. Obviously, you're doing this for fun and stuff like that. But really, it'd be dope for you guys
It
to make
would.
money doing this,
I
right?
know, I'm-
I think
At least
that's
if you could turn this at least into a side hustle of some sort,
Yeah.
right?
I think
That's what- yeah.
we're trending in that direction.
That's what I'm doing. I've been doing this for a couple years
Exactly.
now.
That's why.
And
I
it's
thought
still
it was great.
it's actually just now cementing itself as a side hustle. Like, people don't realize how hard this is.
Yeah.
You know,
That's why I thought it would be great to get you on.
All
get
your
you on
fr-
for sure.
all your friends and supporters who follow it, like, I don't think you guys realize how hard this is.
Yeah, it is.
They had to learn how to use all this. They had to spend all this money.
So I think the main question I want to know about your YouTube journey.
I've always just like had a passion for like doing
Yeah.
things that I want to do.
Mhm.
I mean, you can't fake it. Like, I knew I never wanted to go like the traditional route. I'm still figuring it out. You know, like I didn't want to work the quote unquote 9 to 5. I knew I wasn't gonna be like a doctor, a dentist, a lawyer, whatever that people do, teacher. Sorry, Dad. Whatever. Like, I just knew I never wanted to do that stuff. I always wanted to have some sort of control. I've always been like
Yeah.
creative. Like, I feel at home doing this stuff, you know?
Exactly. That's what
whatever it
that's what
is.
we're
If I'm
for.
talking about Spider-Man, if I'm talking about Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes in the main event in Philly, which I'm trying to go to. I want to go so bad, dude.
Dude, I think
Did you see John Cena's in Hershey this week?
I know. I might.
Bro,
we might,
we should go.
I want to go.
I've been down.
Oh, he wants
I'll
to go.
I'll sit up top. It's like $60.
Shout out to Ryan behind the glass.
Yeah, we got Ryan back here, so. Nah, let's do it.
when is it?
It's this
It's
Friday.
next Friday.
This coming
This Friday.
Dude, John Cena's like last
What time?
time
What
in
time's it
Philly.
start?
It should be like
8 o'clock.
right?
And what time are you guys gonna go?
Probably like 7:30. We'll get there. 7.
What time would you leave here then?
Big
Really?
Steve, yeah.
Tickets.
We'll get Big
we
Steve
might
going.
have to sit in bad seats, but I don't
That's-
care.
Dude, I wouldn't
Dude, as
care.
long
I
as
just
you're
wanna
getting
go.
the experience,
Dude,
yeah.
we should go. Let's go.
Right?
Tell your dad and let's go.
He wants to go.
No, I swear to God, let's do it.
What time did you guys
I'm down.
leave?
Hershey's like what?
It's like
40 minutes.
I'd leave at 6 something probably.
Yeah.
Oh, I could
I
probably
get
make
off work
that.
at 5, so I'm actually hyped now.
Mm.
We got to get that together. You know who else is gonna be there? LA Knight. Cause dude, he might main event.
Yeah.
Damn near.
Is it? It's Friday Night SmackDown?
Mhm.
Wow, that would be lit. We got to get that together. We'll talk about it after the pod, but
Yep.
definitely that's
Let's
lit.
give the people what they want, right?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, let's
Steven,
do
how did you feel when you found out the heartbreaking news about Bray Wyatt?
I don't know, man. It
Such a young.
just makes you wonder sometimes, right? Why certain things happen.
Mhm.
Bro, I feel bad. Like he was on his way back too, which sucks.
Yeah.
Cause
Yeah, that is true.
when we were getting into WWE, when I was, I should say, what was this? 8 years ago, 2016, whenever
he
that
came
was,
around
7 years
there.
ago,
hmm
and 2014, like when he had the Wyatt faction or whatever.
The Wyatt family.
Wyatt family, yeah.
Oh yeah, I mean,
Bro, and and even like the Authority versus Team Cena with Rowan and Harper, and Harper's
yeah, he's
dead
had
too, bro.
legendary.
Dude, you
moments.
gotta
I mean,
feel bad
he's-
for Eric Rowan.
Yeah,
He's lost
Rowan's
two of his.
both of his friends.
I
And
mean,
Strowman.
Yeah, now it's just Strowman and Harper, or not Harper, Rowan that are
Yeah.
together. They're the only people they
It's
have now.
It's sad, bro. It sucks. I feel terrible, but
But it seems like a
Well,
lot of people.
I didn't know why he died first, so right away, I'm not gonna lie, I thought it was for a lot of different reasons.
I thought it was
Suicide was one
I
of the
thought it
first
was-
things
I
I
definitely
thought
thought
of.
it was that too.
Because he was going through a lot mentally. That's why he
exactly.
stepped away,
Yep,
I'm pretty sure.
exactly,
I
yeah.
think. I don't
I'm
know.
sure.
No,
I'm pretty
that's
sure
what it
too,
was.
yeah.
I looked it up and it said that he had stepped away from WWE because he was dealing with like mental health
Yeah.
stuff and other stuff.
I
Obviously,
don't want to go down. So it was COVID, right? Like, he had a heart attack, but like
Heart attack,
COVID or
yeah.
something was linked with it.
I
I don't want to
forget.
go down this like COVID rabbit
Yeah.
hole, but like I will say it probably contributed a little bit. I'd imagine.
I think so.
Oh,
too. I
yeah.
think maybe stress or something got to
Yeah,
him.
like it had to have.
because
So
he was only what 37,
36.
yeah,
30. He had so much of his life
Bro, I
left,
know.
and just to get it taken away that early is just kind
And
of.
he was like one of the first Universal champs, right? Like when he was the Fiend or whatever. When he had that face. I didn't really watch it in 2019 or 20 when like COVID happened, but I saw that.
I mean,
was
yeah,
like,
I mean he's already considered like in WWE terms like an all-time great
Yeah.
or whatever.
No,
but
he
I
is,
honestly
'cause-
thought he had more to do, which
no,
sucks.
he did.
Oh yeah,
Especially after that match with LA Knight at Royal Rumble.
Especially now, we're talking about WWE, but like
Yeah.
Triple H does the like
Yeah.
writing now, and he's way better than the previous.
You don't want to say Vince's name?
He's just old. Some
Yeah,
people. Can we be honest? That's the one thing I have. I have an issue with this world. There are some old people that still work or are employed by big companies that should just fucking retire. You know?
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
I agree.
Hubie Brown. You guys know who Hubie Brown is?
No.
He's one of
I've
those
heard of that
ESPN
name.
commentators for the NBA games. He's like, he's probably like 100 something. I don't know how old he is.
Oh.
Great dude, I'm sure. All time great at what he does, but he's
tell
just
you.
too fucking old. Give somebody else a chance, right? Hubie Brown's a little old, right? It's just like,
He's
come on, man.
Wait, what team does he commentate? Sixers?
Oh, he's like ESPN. He'll do
ESPN,
like the
okay.
primetime games. He's just old. Like it's time, give somebody else a chance. I don't know.
Once you're out of your prime, you just need to realize, okay, there's no coming back.
He's just so
Mike
old.
Breen. Mike Breen is one of the goats.
If
though.
you saw a picture of this guy, you're like, oh,
Yeah.
I can't even hate on Vince McMahon. He did it for so long.
oh yeah, no.
At the beginning when he first started and all that, everything like WWE was at its
But
top.
sometimes you need to like take a step back and give somebody else a chance, groom the next or whatever, right?
I feel.
Oh, yeah, you
That's
have
what they're doing with Triple H. I think that's.
Oh, yeah.
I think
that's
he's a perfect fit for it. He's been in the
Yeah.
company for years.
Yeah.
I think him coming in and taking over is going to be great.
Yep. I think what he's done already is like you've seen it. Like even with LA Knight, even though he lost that Money in the Bank, which by the way is I don't want to cuss. It's BS.
So, do you guys think that the WWE was better like early 2000s and before, or do you think it's better now, like the modern day?
Well, early
God.
2000s was definitely the best.
Bro, I think like mid 2010s was the best. Like,
Oh,
would say
really?
13, 14, 15. Whenever Ziggler was pushed, that's when the WWE was.
Oh,
the
I think
best.
that was.
I think
guy's
from
a
like
stud. Look at the spider. Look at the
1999
spider.
till like
Oh
2008
my
or 9
God!
is
There's
probably
a
the best.
spider on my mic.
When did you start watching WWE?
I think I killed him.
Because I feel like we all started at either. Well, Tyler, you said you started when, like 2014-ish?
I
No,
was
it was like 2010.
I was heavy
2010?
into it. Like I really got into it and I was like aware of what was happening when like John Cena was in his prime. I mean, he was like this chain gang soldier or whatever. You know what I mean? Like
That
he
would have
was
been like 2007.
something like that. Yeah.
I think I got into it because of the Hardy Boys. Me and my brother used to watch them.
well, that was like the same era, really.
Yeah, no, I started watching it really early. We collect wrestlers, everything. We go to
Bro.
all the events in Hershey.
I mean, this is like nostalgia we're talking about because
Yeah.
like you'll talk to the older people and they'll like everybody always says like the Attitude Era was the best,
I've
right?
been seeing that.
But like the thing is like the numbers now are crazy.
I also think though the reason the numbers are so much higher is there's more platforms. that
It's like a
stream it now.
business.
I'll
thing,
tell you what.
yeah, it's-
Actually, the reason I got into it was you, Ryan, and Jace.
really.
Yeah, so I would watch it beforehand, but I came over here one night. I had no idea like what Monday Night Raw and Friday Night SmackDown. I would just watch the Netflix stuff, like CM Punk Netflix series and all that. And you know when like Brock Lesnar came out and like destroyed John Cena? You know when he left him
Yeah.
with a bloody mouth?
Uh-huh.
I would watch it on Netflix. They had like this little series. I came over here one night and we watched Friday Night SmackDown in 2014. I remember this like it was yesterday. It was the main event was Ziggler versus Kane in a steel cage match before Survivor Series when he went off.
The
You know what I'm
fans
saying?
love Ziggler.
Bro, I love Ziggler.
Still do.
That's why I'm a Ziggler fan to this day because that match.
I don't know. I don't
I
didn't
don't know
really-
why I remember that. Just I do remember. that.
I didn't really necessarily like him as much.
Yeah, I bet a lot of people didn't.
Like I'm not gonna say I hated him or anything. I don't think he's
He just-
definitely not my favorite, but I
Dude.
think he was a good wrestler. I loved everything he did. And
Bro, the
his
zigzag
commentary.
is so calm.
Oh,
the
that's
zigzag.
I love that.
Dude, just like every time I see it, I get
Well,
hyped.
yeah, I mean he'd always put on great matches.
Yeah, bro.
Obviously your favorite wrestler is Dolph Ziggler. Yeah. What's yours, Steven?
I guess I'd have to say John Cena, but
Yeah.
Cody Rhodes has won me over big time.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
like a
okay.
fanboy
I like
now.
him.
Wow. Okay, that's dope.
I mean,
That's-
I loved CM Punk too when he was
Uh-huh.
on that run. I loved him.
Yeah.
Dude.
I guess switch it up a little bit here. How do you feel about the Eagles' chances this year? How do you feel about it?
Oh, great. I mean, Vegas will tell you that too. They're like the second favorite on everything. I mean,
Yep.
I think the Chiefs are number one for whatever reason on
I don't think
everything.
they
I mean, they
should
should be, I guess, one of the top whatever, but
Do you think Hurts is better than Mahomes?
no.
You don't think
And
so?
I love Hurts.
You don't think so?
No, he's not, man. He's just not. Mahomes is like the thing is, man, Mahomes is probably already on the path of surpassing Brady.
So you think Brady is the best of all time?
hmm
Because I know that's a controversial topic. Like I talked at work with
I
guys.
can't believe that's controversial.
I talked
No.
with work with guys, and they're like, oh, like the older guys, obviously.
Well, you get into the whole stupid, like, I mean, it has weight, like the ring argument or whatever, but, like, I think somebody who's all-time, I don't even know if underrated is the word, but I just think he deserves to be in the conversation.
Yeah.
Like, I think Aaron Rodgers, I mean, you could say from, like, a talent standpoint could be the GOAT. Like, he's, like,
Oh, I think everyone like I genuinely think that Tom Brady is the GOAT, and I think a lot of people are saying that he is the GOAT because of the accomplishments he's had, like all the rings and everything.
Mhm.
But then there's people that say like Joe Montana is the best of
Another
all
guy
time.
before another guy before
yeah, I
was
mean-
Drew Brees.
Drew Brees, he
I like
he
him.
put it.
Even though he never really won anything besides the 2010 Super Bowl.
Mhm.
or
well, you could
2011,
probably
whatever it
put
was.
him, so, like, then you get to the next guys, you'd probably put him in the conversation with, like, what, Peyton Manning?
Yeah, somewhere in
I
there,
forget.
yeah.
I don't know who else you'd put in there. I guess, yeah, Joe Montana.
No.
Dan Marino.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of good quarterbacks, but I think overall Tom Brady did the most and won obviously the most Super Bowls. But there was a lot of controversy with his name,
Mhm.
with like the Deflategate, all of that. That's other things where they say, oh, he cheated and stuff like that.
So, yeah.
But
There's always controversy, unfortunately, with like the very top
Yeah.
guys. Even Michael Jordan, there was a bunch of stuff that they tried doing to tear him down during his career. You know.
Let's say Hurts gets 2 Super Bowls in 3 years. Do you think he's better than Mahomes?
Whoa.
Mahomes takes a sit out, doesn't win anything.
See, that's the thing.
Plays good, but doesn't win
This
anything.
this is interesting because if you take Mahomes out of the equation, I feel like, man, like there's a lot of great quarterbacks that play right now. I don't know who else you want to throw in there, but like it looks like Hurts. I mean, if he could just win a Super Bowl within the next couple of years, like he's already in the conversation to like, all right, maybe he's the best of this generation, right?
Dude.
Well, just think of how much he's done already.
I know. And
How much he's grown, I should say.
yeah.
he did grow a lot.
Well, because like you can't.
I didn't think I thought I knew after Wentz was gone and they let Hurts start, I was like, okay, he's gonna be a really good quarterback, but I didn't think he was gonna be
Yeah, I
as good
didn't
as he
either.
is
I
now.
didn't think he
See,
would.
that's the thing. I called this from the beginning.
I mean, I'm not an
I
Eagles
have
fan,
proof
so
too, bro. You know when we threw him in against Green Bay when Wentz just was like getting torn up?
I mean, he kind of started to win me over when he completed like a 50-yard pass to Jalen Reagor of all people.
Yeah.
That
Dude,
is true.
he is a monster. Listen, so 2 games after, I think, this was like 2 games after, I was talking to...
The Arizona game. You remember that one?
This is when Deshaun Watson was like popping. So
Yeah,
know
you
how
remember
he's
that?
Yeah, he's kind of
Yeah.
like mid now. Like he's decent.
Dude,
he's
it's
so
all
good.
because of those allegations.
Yeah,
Browns
but this
kinda
is
suck.
before Deshaun Watson allegation. This is like I literally said, and I'll find this somewhere on Snapchat. I literally said that Jalen Hurts is going to be a better Deshaun Watson. I literally said it, and I knew it. And this is when Deshaun Watson was top 5 quarterback. So I knew what this guy had just because of his mindset. Like watching him at Oklahoma and stuff, and when he got benched in that championship game, and he was like, go ball out. You know what I'm saying? To Tua. And Tua sucks, by the way. Tua's terrible.
I don't like
awful,
Tua at all.
Trash,
Yeah.
garbage, bottom 20 quarterback in this world.
I don't know about bottom 20.
Dude, he's terrible.
I don't think he's terrible.
Dude,
I think
you're
I can name like
You give Jalen Hurts,
Well,
Jalen
I'm-
Waddle.
I
and-
thought Miami should have traded for Rodgers.
Yeah.
You know?
Maybe, yeah.
yeah, but they also have to think like Tua. I don't think Tua is a terrible quarterback.
I do.
Like he's good. He has so many weapons, but why would you give up what you have with Tua?
Well, they drafted him over Herbert. And could you
Oh
imagine
yeah, no,
what
I
they're
wish
doing with
Herbert.
right now?
I wish
Oh,
Herbert's
so
a better quarterback.
okay, so that's where I was trying to get at. So like, so Mahomes is one, but like, I feel like just right now as we currently stand, I probably lean with Hurts. But I'm just saying, like, that number 2 spot is like wide open. Like this season's gonna prove everything.
Yeah, it will. It will.
You could throw so many guys like Hurts, Joe Burrow,
I like
yeah,
Burrow.
Justin Herbert, fine. Even like, you have to. You just
Rodgers,
have to. You have to throw Lamar. Yeah, Aaron Rodgers.
I can't say Lamar.
Really?
I can't say.
I
Lamar
just
either.
don't think Lamar is.
Josh Allen, as much as
yeah.
you know, he's fallen
I
short.
I just don't think Lamar's that good. Like I think he's definitely one of the better quarterbacks. I just can't say he's like
Hey,
a top
I'm
5.
gonna say this now before he blows up. Top 10 quarterback incoming this year, Kenny Pickett.
Oh, 100%.
I'm not
Oh,
even
top
joking.
10.
Not even. I might even go as far as say top 5 in passing yards and touchdowns. I
See,
guarantee
I'm a
it.
Steelers
That
fan, but
guy's
I
a
don't know.
monster.
I don't know if he'll be top
No,
5
that
this year.
guy is a beast, bro.
They have a young team.
I think he can do it, and I'm gonna say it right now. So when he does it, I can say I stood by him. And I'm not. Gonna
I think he's definitely
I'm not
gonna be
even a
one of the
Steelers
better
fan.
quarterbacks.
I root for him though. He's a beast.
He's going to be one of the better quarterbacks in the NFL
Yeah.
this year.
From what I've seen, I think he could be. From what I've seen so far, I think he could slightly be better than.
Dak.
I'm not ready to go there just yet. But like Dak Prescott.
Well, Dak just
And
got
where is Dak? Where would you put him?
under Trey Lance.
I can't. Like I
What
like.
do you mean? Why are you laughing?
I just don't think
benched for
Trey
Trey
Lance
Lance.
has done much so far. Like he hasn't had the opportunity, so I can't say, Trey Lance is better than Dak. I think he can be better than Dak. I just can't say he is right now.
I think he's gonna get benched.
Because he only played He started 3 games last year, got injured. That was his first year starting.
Well, hold up. Just forget all that. Like Dak's what? He's top 12, right?
Dak.
Yeah, even after last year. Like even
Top
after last year, he's
12.
top 12. What? You don't think so?
I can name.
I think
can
he's top
name-
15.
Here. I can name 12 quarterbacks right now better than Dak Prescott.
You feel that way because he was like he
No,
threw a
no,
lot
no.
of interceptions.
I do want to. I want
And
to hear
think
your list.
Dak
I want to
is
hear your
good.
list.
I think Dak is good. That's the worst part. I think Dak is actually like not bad.
But what I'm saying
He's
is
fallen
right
off 'cause of
now,
injury.
this is saying a lot because Kenny Pickett was what last year? Like after last year, where would you put him? He's in the 20s somewhere,
Yeah.
right?
Oh yeah, because
Probably
he just
high
came
20s.
in.
Yeah, which
Yeah.
Hurts was too.
No, I think
After his
everyone.
first year.
Hurts was.
I think everyone had Hurts
They slept
higher,
on him.
like a lot higher.
No, not
Ah.
no.
From what I heard, I thought
After
I had
his
him.
first year as
No.
a starter, a lot of people he was in the he was
like
in the
15.
20s.
I would say low teens.
But
I
even
had him,
then,
I had
man.
him
Or high
top
teen.
20. I had him top 20.
Actually, what's
for
his
sure.
name? Phil Simms. Shout out to that jackass. I'm not afraid to say that. He had Kellen Mond ranked higher than him.
What?
Kellen
Really?
Mond.
Kellen Mond ranked higher than Jalen.
He had him
Hurts.
before
didn't even-
before Hurts' first year as a starter, I think
Yeah.
it was, or something like that. I don't know.
When did Munn
Yo,
get?
that's
When did he get
actually-
drafted? The same year as Hurts?
I think so. Yeah.
And he's never
Maybe a year
he's
after.
never started a game, has he?
No, he's.
Because
on
he
the
was with
Browns. He's
Minnesota,
like
and
the
then
backup for the
he's on the
now.
Browns now. Yeah, I don't think I don't.
Yeah.
I actually want to talk about that. Some of these analysts are actually terrible.
They need. There's so many people that need to get fired.
Listen, I'm gonna say this now because I don't got no brand deals. I don't got nothing. I'll say it while I can say it. Colin Cowherd. I'm
Oh,
done.
really?
Nah, I'm done. I'll
Really?
cuss for that.
I actually don't mind
No,
him.
That guy's the most retarded guy ever.
Damn.
Doesn't give Westbrook his respect. Doesn't give Baker his respect. Doesn't give nobody his flowers. That guy is a
Baker.
What, you're
scumbag.
naming.
No, I want him to see this too because I want to be on his show and I want to prove him wrong every time.
What you name?
What?
You said
What do you mean
Westbrook
Baker?
and Baker, man. I mean,
Westbrook's one of the best point guards ever. Top 5 ever.
Top 5.
I don't know about top five, man.
Name 5 better than him right now. Curry.
Magic, Curry,
No, Magic's nowhere near in this league.
What?
Isaiah
No.
Thomas.
No. Bro, they
Um,
played with plumbers. It's the same thing with Jordan.
Oh, let's not do this,
It's
man.
the same thing with
We
Jordan,
might have to
bro.
just skip the sports topic.
All right, we'll skip over it. But I'm just saying, Jordan's not the GOAT.
Can we? So what? We were talking.
There's a lot worse guys than Colin Cowherd.
No, Colin Cowherd.
Since we're talking about this, I think Skip Bayless actually gets too much hate.
I love Skip Bayless.
I actually like Skip
I love
Bayless.
Skip.
Yeah, I think he gets too
He's a
much hate.
beast.
What do you think about
Stephen A.
Smith?
sucks. What's his face?
I don't
his
think he
friend
sucks.
I
sucks.
think he
Who's his
has a
friend?
little much of an ego for my liking.
Who's his friend that just joined him on the podcast?
Oh, Shannon Sharp.
Terrible.
Oh, really? I don't.
Awful.
He's fine.
He doesn't
fine.
shut up. No,
It is
he's
funny to me how he's going from Skip to Stephen A. Though it's
Yeah.
kind of like, all right, dude.
Skip and Shannon was fine.
Just go do your own
But
thing.
I think Skip carried Skip and Shannon. I just hate. I hate analysts, bro. They don't know anything.
Dude,
You also have to realize they're employed by these big companies
Yeah,
that definitely
they're
have a say in
probably
some
told,
of
Oh
the
yeah,
stuff,
they
you know?
they get
It
limited on
sucks.
everything. Yeah.
Because actually,
Also-
Skip Bayless he has his own his own show he does on YouTube, and he'll say it on his episodes. He's like, "This is me. I'm gonna say what I want to here," and he kind of
Yeah.
gets a little edgy. I'm like, he would never say this on TV.
Yeah. I like
you
Skip
know?
Bayless though, for real.
I miss
Colin
watching
Cowherd's
Mike and Mike. Where's
Oh, that's like the
I miss,
OG show.
I miss watching them.
Mike and Mike.
You've never watched them?
That's like the early morning show. I don't even. They don't do that anymore.
No,
do
no, they stopped a while ago, but I think they had really good analysis on different sports and everything.
That was like the early morning show.
Yeah,
You definitely watched that before you got on the school bus every day.
I
didn't
actually
but
you?
did
didn't,
sometimes.
I didn't watch.
that was like 6 a.m.
Yeah.
I don't watch I don't watch First Take.
Yeah, I don't
watch
really-
none- I don't watch.
I
none
just
of
see
that.
I'll
clips.
tune into the-
I see
yeah.
clips.
Yeah, I don't watch none of that no more because I just realized, bro, they don't know anything, and sometimes they say some crazy stuff. Like you see all these edits that of Jalen Hurts on TikTok, and it's all these analysts just saying, "Yo, he sucks. Yo, this and that." Like they don't know what they're talking about. So, and I just don't let that change my energy about things, because there's been times where I'm like, "Yo, does Westbrook actually suck?" And I'm like, "Nah." I'm like, "Nah, he don't. He's one of
I
the
mean,
best
now
ever."
now he's obviously out of his prime, but I think
No,
he-
he's still up there.
I don't think he is.
Bro, did you see what he did with the Clippers in the playoffs? Exactly.
Yeah, I mean,
What are you
Exactly.
saying? He's still up there. What do you mean by that? He's
you
up
still
there.
think he's a top 5?
I
Like
don't
this
know.
season, you think he's a top 5 point
This
guard?
season, I think he has the chance to be if they let him. If they all three work out together, him, Kawhi, no injuries, I think he can be.
I just don't think he's as.
Well, you can still be a good
explosive.
player, but top 5 is crazy.
I don't think
man.
he's as
Top five-
explosive
no,
as he
just
used to
point
be.
Guard, just point guard.
That's still crazy.
Who would you have over him?
There's a lot of good point guards.
See, you probably count Luka as a point guard. Luka's not. A
Well, I mean,
He's a forward.
Curry.
Yeah,
All right, so we
Curry- I
got.
put
Who am I?
Curry-
I gotta think. This is hard off the top of my head. Who's
so
that?
would you
This-
put Kyrie Irving over Westbrook?
Yeah, I would.
You would.
Uh-huh.
Okay, I wouldn't.
What about John Morant?
Yeah, I would.
So there's 2.
I mean, he's young.
You think
Ja sucks.
It's not even a knock on Westbrook's been in the league so long. He's
Yeah.
in his decline now.
what about
sucks.
Donovan Mitchell?
Of course, yeah, he's better. Even his teammate on the Cavs is probably better than him.
Who?
Darius Garland's better than Westbrook.
I mean,
Dude,
I'm
he's
a Cavs
good.
fan. I think they're both really good.
He's good.
And I mean, that's a little biased.
It's not even a knock. Westbrook's how old is Westbrook? He's been in the league
30,
forever.
34 or 5 now, probably.
I don't think
32,
he's. I don't think he's.
See,
a
that's
top
why
5.
you got to be careful with these top 5 lists and stuff all the time.
Bro,
You know?
I'm telling you.
But I
believe
guess
it, though.
since you're talking about ESPN and all these places, it's all they do.
So what you're saying? You're saying top or Westbrook's a top 5 point guard of all time or top
now,
5 player?
I think he is a top 5 point guard. Of all
You think he's
time.
a top 5 player? Where do you?
I mean,
rank
hey,
player
hey, who
overall.
knows, man? If Kawhi's healthy or whatever, and that team wins, and he contributes, that could help his case big time
Yeah.
if that's what you're trying to do.
I just don't think he's a top 5
No, I
point
don't
guard
either.
of all time.
No, I don't either.
I think there's definitely a lot of better point guards out there that have played
What,
before
right
him.
now or all time?
All time. Yeah.
I don't think he's top 5.
Who would you put over him?
I
mean,
I already
I know you
said
can't
a
think
couple.
I know you can't, dude. Magic Johnson's nowhere near.
What?
Dude, you're tripping.
Magic's a top 5 player ever.
No, he's not.
All right, man.
Dude, you're insane.
I'm not insane.
I don't
Everybody
even
says
need
that.
To, I don't even need to watch the NBA back then. Yeah, everybody says it exactly.
I think Magic is better than
No.
him.
Dude,
100%.
come on, man.
You've
What are you
never
saying?
seen-
Magic is one of the
Listen,
greats.
Nah, because this is crazy. Let me get into this. If you think, let's just say LeBron.
It's not. I think I know.
No. Let's just say KD. I'll say it because you like KD. Imagine KD averaged 31, 10, and 10 next year. How would you feel about that? How would you feel? Be honest. Like, how would you feel if he averaged a triple-double?
Wait, he's KD wouldn't average that.
But I'm saying, like, how would you feel? That's insane, right? Like,
yeah.
Exactly. And Westbrook did that 3 years in a row. You got to remember this. Like, Westbrook did that. And people don't give him credit at all.
He averaged 31. I don't know if he had 31, 10, and 10 3 years in a row. He didn't average that.
No, okay. But he averaged a triple-double 3 years in a row.
But
Okay.
I don't think
Maybe it was 2 years in a row.
Well,
and
like
then took an off
Jokic
year
is starting to
until
do that, and I
Houston,
don't
and
think anybody considers him top 5 or
What?
even
nobody
top
thinks
10.
he's a top 5
He's
center
not even
of all
top.
time.
He's not even.
No,
Oh,
he's
well,
not in the
centers
conversations right now.
Centers is way different. There's way more better centers that like Shaq and Tim. If you want to count Tim Duncan, I count him as a power
I count
forward,
him as a power forward, but
Yeah.
I still think I just don't see Westbrook as a top 5.
I'm telling you, bro. If you do your research,
Top
come back to
15,
me.
yeah.
Especially if he wins a ring. Like I don't know if he'll ever win a ring. But I think that helps his case. Like, do you think Westbrook's better than Iverson? You don't think so?
It's close.
It's close. No, I'll be totally honest. It's really close, but I think I'm gonna take Westbrook over Iverson. Like ringless.
But
especially.
you would take
Yeah, the
Curry.
ring thing does suck.
It's annoying. Yeah.
Would you
It's
take
annoying.
Curry over Westbrook?
Yeah,
Obviously.
Yes.
Wow.
I would take
Who's
Curry.
another point guard? I'm just trying to
You're
think of
talking
like
about-
older
you're talking about
point
all
guards.
time?
All time, yeah.
Yeah, I would take Curry. I would take Curry right now over.
So you don't. What do you think Magic is like top 20?
I don't think.
Or you
he's
don't
even-
even think he's?
Like players all time?
No.
All right.
No,
I
no,
just
I-
skipped it.
I'm
We
s-
gotta move on.
Dude, nobody watches that. Like,
Dude, he's top 5 all-time
what did he
players
do
to ever
for
touch
the-
a basketball.
What did he do for the game?
What do you mean? He was the first, like,
Dude, I'm
he's the
telling you.
first big, oversized player to play the point guard position. He's probably, most likely the best passer ever. Like, he made, like, passing is his thing.
Best passer, I don't
But-
know. I still think it was competitive back then. Like,
Kareem was hurt. I think it was like a game 6 or 7, and Magic played the fucking center position and scored like 40 points, and they won.
Dude, I don't know,
Like,
man.
he's a top 5 player ever. Forget.
usually I agree with your sports takes, but I can't agree with
That's
that.
crazy, man.
I don't know. I don't know. There's something about him. I just don't think he.
There's never gonna be anybody like close to him.
But it's crazy because if Westbrook did that same exact thing, he would not get any credit.
Westbrook
for it.
hasn't even won one championship though.
But I know. But he plays.
Magic
against,
won 5.
I
plays
don't
against
think.
the hardest competition there's ever been in the NBA.
I mean,
look
well,
at Chet,
I don't know.
Wembanyama. You got to look at all these new guys coming in.
See, I
It
don't
gets
know if I
harder.
agree with that. Like, I do think it's gotten better, but I think people put too much weight into, like, too much stock into that. Even.
But you could say like
because they
okay,
do that
super
to take
teams and
away
stuff,
from
but-
Jordan, even though like they say like obviously like Jordan would face easier teams in the finals, but he had to get through tougher teams like in the
Yeah.
playoffs to get there because the East was better.
Yeah.
Like you have to take the whole thing.
I
Like
don't
he had to beat Larry Bird and the Celtics team to get there. Sometimes
Yeah.
the bad boy Pistons who had like
Those are
3 or 4 Hall of Famers on the team.
Yeah.
Like you have to take that stuff into consideration.
Yeah. The bad boy. Pistons
I will
are
say though, I hate the whole like Bill Russell won 11 rings. There was like
Nah,
what
yeah.
5 teams in the league at the time or whatever.
Yeah.
The
It
hell
was the same thing with Magic though.
No, it wasn't. No,
Magic, they had like 4 teams in the
No,
league,
it was
bro.
not 4 teams. No, it was
No
not.
way.
What
Magic
year
played
was he?
when?
1965 versus 75?
65. You don't even know your.
Wasn't
What?
He was like
I
It
just
was
don't
the
care.
80s.
I
It was the
care about
80s.
now.
That's when the NBA was booming.
Nah,
Magic
NBA
and Bird like set it off.
I think nowadays it's there's more skill in the NBA, but that's just because I watch it now.
Yeah.
I think there's more skill in the NBA, but I still think Magic is a top
I don't know.
point
I
guard
just
of
don't
all
care
time.
for him. There's some things personally that I don't like about him.
The thing if we're doing personal jabs,
Nah,
because
yeah.
I don't like LeBron personally. I think he's a.
You think so?
Yeah.
I don't really like
Why?
LeBron, but I still think he's definitely a top
I like
3 of
LeBron.
all time.
Yeah,
Not a
agree
big
with
fan
that.
of his personality or whatever, but I like him as a player. I think
Mhm.
On the court, I think he's top.
40 years old playing like in his
Oh
prime.
yeah,
Mhm.
he's still putting
Yeah.
up numbers.
Like you gotta respect it no matter what.
Yeah.
It's just like
His on the court actions I respect. His off the court they're a little shaky, but
yeah.
hmm
everyone has their off the court side, and it's just like
Yeah.
you can't agree with everyone on everything.
What are you doing? What are you doing now?
Well, I just accepted a job offer. Actually,
Oh, that's dope.
I'm
Oh,
working for
yeah.
Odyssey now. Finally, something towards my degree. Who would have thought? You go to school, you can finally
Yeah.
get a like.
What is
took
you
me-
said Odyssey? What is
Yeah.
that?
So it's
Are you allowed to like if you don't feel comfortable sharing anything?
Yeah, you can just decline anything
Yeah.
if you don't.
No,
feel
I'll
comfortable.
talk about it. It's you guys know what like Sirius XM is?
Yeah.
It's like the
yeah,
other. It's like another company that does the same thing.
Okay.
It's like a media radio streaming company or whatever, right?
Yeah, I get you.
If I can provide the audience like anything, so I graduated college over a year ago, and it took me over a year to land a job in my field, like with my degree and everything.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So for everybody in school or thinking about going to school, like it could be the reality for you. You don't know. I literally thought when I was in school I was going to land a job like right away. I thought all this stuff was going to happen. It was hard. It sucked. I literally was actually about to like reconsider everything and start doing other stuff.
Yeah.
Like just to make money.
I
or
have
whatever.
moments like that.
Like
know?
reconsidering like dropping out of college, or you talking?
No,
after
not dropping
college?
out, just like career
After,
path. I was
after.
like, maybe I'll just take whatever, at this point, like whatever full-time job can provide me like benefits and stuff.
'Cause
or
you went
whatever.
Bro,
for-
it sucks. Like I feel like giving up all the time. You ever feel like that? It's
Oh
terrible.
yeah, with a lot of things, really.
Yeah, it's like weird. So like I'll be doing something, and then I see one fault, and I'm like, dude, I just want to give up. Like I can't do this anymore, and it sucks.
And actually, I'll say it. The main reason why I got it actually is because the hiring manager / like brand manager reached out to me a week before the job posting, and he only reached out to me because I like spammed him for like 6 months straight. Originally I had applied for a different position and they turned me down for it, and I just like kept reaching out to him like, yo, like I really want in the company, blah blah
Yeah.
blah. I kept doing it, and eventually I just stopped talking to him. I was like, it's not doing anything.
It's dedication, though.
And then he hit me up one day. He's like, yo,
Yeah.
job opening next week or whatever, like I think you'd be a great fit. And I was like, even then I was like, I'm like kind of over it. I'm like, I'll probably get rejected, like why, like he's kind of gonna wait. I've been in so many like different
Yeah.
interviews and stuff, and yeah, it worked out. I mean, they hired me on my first interview. I never had that happen, obviously.
Yeah. So like,
You guys will see
is
once.
this in person, like, or do you work from home?
So it's like 99% remote,
Okay, that's dope.
Wow, that's
That's
a
a
good.
lit-
at least the job that I was brought on for.
Yeah, that's dope. So you could just work in your room all day.
Yeah.
So what are you exactly doing?
So it's a social media producer. So I'm responsible for like running their social media accounts.
Oh, that's
Oh
dope.
wow, that's
The
actually
company like streams like all day, so I'm gonna have to like,
We're gonna have
depending
to
on
get you to run ours.
what's that.
So we're gonna have to get you to run ours. It's
Yeah.
getting dude. It gets taxing. Like I'm on there.
Yeah,
I'm-
it does suck,
I'm
right?
making TikToks and stuff, and
Yeah,
I'm
because
like,
I
dude, this is
I still
crazy.
have like, I still want to like grow my own like
Yeah,
personal brand
exactly.
too. That would be the goal too. But
Yeah,
yeah, that's exhausting.
we'll get some. I feel like we should get some collab merch coming soon. We want to do merch drop. We do. We were talking about it.
Oh
wanna
yeah,
do a
we
merch
started
drop.
this. I
We
started
designing. I don't wanna
designing.
drop
Oh,
anything.
really?
I don't want to
Yeah.
drop anything like crazy right now, but
I know a guy who runs a t-shirt company that could get you guys the best quality t-shirts.
dude, connections, bro.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
what
that's
life's
the
about.
key. That's the
Let us
key,
know if
by
you
the
wanna
way.
see merch.
Life-
Yo,
Life
fuck the
is like-
degrees and all that stuff. It's all about connections. You don't need
It
a
is,
college
bro.
degree, man. Just make connections.
Nah, bro. That's
It
how
helps.
I-
It helps.
yeah.
Sorry, mom and dad.
Yeah.
The
Nah, that's-
generation before us swears college degrees are everything, and they matter. They matter.
They're not
Yeah.
up to date with everything. There's
But
so
like,
many more opportunities.
if I woke
now.
up tomorrow and like, let's just say I was the boss of my own company, I wouldn't hire somebody based on a college degree. It would
Yeah.
be how the person, like how I feel about the person,
How
like
they
their
work
ethic and
yep.
stuff, and their personality and everything.
I feel like there's so many different stipulations that parents and stuff put on you, and you just have to go and do it. Like, dude, even like do it
That's the
behind their
hardest
back.
thing
You have
is
to do it
just
behind
dealing
their
with the
back. It
noise.
sucks,
That's
yeah.
been my
Yeah.
hardest thing is just dealing with the noise. Like I have such a hard time dealing with it.
It sucks, dude. I gotta learn to deal with hate a lot better than because there's sometimes where I want to reply to that hate comment, and I'm like,
Yeah.
this is how I think about it. Why reply to that hate comment? when
Obviously, yeah,
they're
you'll
giving
see
you
the
a view?
comments. You'll
One,
see
they're
the
giving
comments,
you a view.
yeah.
They're literally giving you.
But
what
even
you
the
want.
people in your life too, it can
Yeah.
be tough. You
No,
know?
it is. It's tough.
It may not even be hate. Even sometimes it's just like the side comments and whatever people say.
But how did you? So I asked our last guest this. How did you feel that we delayed this so long? Like drug this out. Like we started
Drug what?
this podcast. Like we were.
Your podcast,
Yes,
right?
yes,
Oh,
uh-huh. So
Yeah,
how
like-
do you feel that like we were like, yeah, we're gonna start it next week, and then 2 years later we finally started it? How do you feel about that?
let me take a sip real quick.
Yeah. No, but be totally honest. I want you to be like
Well, for a while, if
I'm
I'm being honest, I thought you were for
Yeah.
like the longest time. I was like, I mean, he has the idea. A lot of people have ideas.
Yeah,
I do
for
too.
sure.
I have a lot of ideas
Yep.
that never come real. Yeah, like for a while, I was like, okay. And then I started getting annoyed. I'm like, he hasn't
exactly.
started it yet. What's going on? And that's why I kind of delayed when you guys offered me the first like invite, and then I saw you guys put one out. I'm like, oh, okay. They
Yep.
started it. All right, that's big.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm sitting here.
Yep. There you go.
So like at first, yeah, I was definitely like,
no, yeah, I just
I
like
don't even
to
know
get
if
people's-
annoyed was the word. I don't know.
I
just
know how
didn't
you
think
feel,
you were.
though.
I didn't
Just a
think you were
little-
serious about
like
it.
a little frustrated and everything, or
Yeah.
not even that.
I just wasn't sure how like serious you guys were about it. You know, like I wasn't sure. Everybody like wants to do things. Or
Oh,
whatever,
I'm
right?
sure. I'm sure.
I wanted to be
everyone's-
an NBA player for the
Well,
longest time, and then
yo,
reality hit me.
Yo, tell him how we got all this stuff together. Like what I laid down the law one day.
Yeah, there was one day.
You gotta listen to this.
Was
dude.
it? It was.
Yeah, it's your. At the end of the day, it's your timing.
Yeah.
Like that's why, like when you guys would ask me for tips, I'd provide them. But it's like I was kind of hesitant because it's like I want to see how bad they want it. Because if you want something bad enough, you're gonna make it happen, and you did. Here we are.
You were one of the only people that like we could literally go to about like tips for this type
Yeah.
of stuff.
Mhm.
There was other people. I'm
Yeah.
not gonna name
And
drop.
I was probably
they-
an asshole.
Not gonna name drop.
Not gonna name
really
drop, but they try to like charge for all this stuff and like never got response. But I will say you were one of the
This
more
guy's been a real
reliable.
one. This guy's been a real one.
Yeah.
He's actually. Here, I'll say this before you get into it. He's one of the only reasons I started this podcast. He inspired me. I'm not even lying. Like I'd watch all his content when I was growing up. No, I'm so serious too. Like I'm so sincere about this. Like he actually inspired me, and the only reason you guys are sitting here listening to my stupid ass talk right now is because of him. So
Yeah, I can say the same
man,
thing.
wanna
like
give-
I
wanna
watched
give
all your
props. I wanna give
stuff.
Props to that. 'Cause
Yeah,
that's-
100%.
that's
The last
badass.
time I said something like that about myself,
Adonis.
I had an imaginary
Adonis.
foot cramp. And I think
What?
it was God
What?
telling me not to talk about myself like that. And it
Yeah.
didn't happen to you, so maybe it'll come at a different time.
What? What do you mean talk about yourself?
One time, me and Vic were reporting a podcast, and I just started talking down on myself in the middle of the
Yeah.
episode. I was like, hey, look, at the end of the day, I'm just some idiot with a microphone. My
Yeah.
opinions don't really matter. And then out of nowhere,
Like foot cramp.
absolute worst foot
It's
cramp. It
crazy,
felt like
bro.
somebody was taking my foot and snapping it.
Yeah.
And I had to like pause the mic. I'm like, dude, just Vic.
Yeah.
I was like talk.
I know how you feel. I know how you feel. And I'm not even down talking myself. I'm giving you props. Like he's helped us through a lot of this stuff, and you know he's never really made us pay or charge a dime.
Oh, no.
So that's why
And
we just
I
have to
mean,
say
I will
thank
say, same as Tyler, like you were one of the reasons I wanted to start. I never
bro.
saw anyone do YouTube at all, and like I never really knew that much until like I started watching your videos. I'm like, okay, it's a hard process as we've already learned, but like the time and effort you put into it, and like I know everyone, like every time we go to play basketball, everyone's always giving you hate for following your dreams, but like
It
at the end of the
sucks,
day, you
bro.
follow your dreams, you're starting to make it and starting to climb up the ladder and everything. I
Yeah.
think that's
Like people always, I see people downplay all the time. Like, man, this sucks. Because I know how you feel, bro.
I will say I did make jokes, like they were funnier jokes. I never really like it sounded like it was hate. I genuinely thought like you're still gonna blow up. You're young, you're 24, you're gonna
Yeah, you're still.
I
bro,
still think you
you're-
can make top
bro,
tier
You're
content.
still in the first quarter of your life. You got to think about that.
Yeah.
Like, you got a lot to live, a lot to learn, and I
Yeah.
even feel that way. Like, yeah, I'm 19, and sometimes like, man, I'm getting old, and
Mm-hmm.
bro, I'm still in the first quarter of my life, and yeah,
There's so much I could say about that. Obviously, thanks.
yeah.
I
No,
appreciate
got you,
that.
bro. It is true though. Like what I'm saying, like that's from me to you. Seriously.
I'll ask you guys this. I mean, you're still early into this, but like, you can kind of just like, and this is literally no offense to anybody, but it is just I'm tuning everybody out.
Yeah.
Everybody told. I don't mean it in a disrespectful way, but like, this is just you sitting in your room by yourself. Like, I don't know if you guys feel this or not, but you can kind of like feel it inside a little bit, right? Even if it's just
What?
maybe it's 5 or 10%, you just kind of feel like you're meant for a little bit more, right?
Bro,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
Like
no,
the
all
fact
the
that
time.
you're doing this
Yeah.
and you bought all this, like you
no,
kind of
for sure.
you know, and it's another thing to make it happen or whatever, but like that's how I've always felt, even if it's literally just 5% of me that's felt that.
Because I think I'm meant for way more than what I'm doing right now.
hmm
And
I mean,
feel
everybody. I think everybody.
Yeah, I do
is,
too. Yeah,
You know,
I do too. For sure.
it doesn't have to be this or whatever.
Just see a lot of people like talk about like doing stuff and then they don't do it. And
Mhm.
I was one.
You
of
don't
them,
wanna be that
and
person.
This is actually what we were getting into. So people were like, we were posting on that page and we got all those pictures done and stuff. And we were like, man, you're still not gonna post, still no episode.
Just
I was,
imagine when you start rolling.
I was at the
Oh,
beach.
yeah.
I
You
have
was
to
at
be
the
careful.
beach. Listen to this. I was at the beach. I told Tudor. I texted him. I was sitting in bed at the beach on vacation, so I had nothing but time. I was doing immense amount of research. I was doing everything I could to get this podcast to work, and I found these mics that we're using right now, and I said I'm ordering them. I don't care if you're paying. I don't care if we're splitting it. I am getting these mics right now, and we're gonna film this thing, and we're gonna get a fourth one here soon, so we can have more people. We're gonna get it in like November probably. So December and stuff, winter pods. Definitely stay tuned for that. We'll probably have
that'll
a lot
be
more
that'll be a
guests.
lot more electric, I think.
Yeah, we'll have off, and yeah, we'll be kicking it. We're gonna come to Spotify soon. I think I'm gonna try and put that. We're definitely gonna try and put this one on Spotify. We're definitely gonna put the
last
one
one
on
can go.
Spotify. Yeah.
I mean, obviously the first time was the whole copyright
Yeah,
thing,
that was-
which
yeah.
I've learned not to
He's
play
learned, he
certain
learned his
things.
lesson. He learned his
Learned my
lesson.
lesson
guys. He
first
learned his
episode
lesson.
not to play music on.
Yeah.
you
podcast.
guys play
He played
music
music.
on.
He played music on the first.
Yeah, we
episode,
got
so-
copyrighted on on YouTube and then Spotify we weren't allowed to post it at all.
Like if you post, they were gonna give us like a fine or something.
Yeah.
Even
Same.
though we're at like pretty much right now we're starting at the
like
bottom of the totem
ground
pole,
zero.
they're still gonna like
Mhm.
do stuff.
Yeah,
Stupid.
just
I just let it go. I said, listen, they can listen to the first one on you. The first one, and honestly, this is how I feel about the first one. Every time I do a pod, I feel like they get better and better and better. So when the first one, I look at, I don't even care about that pod no more.
yeah.
But I'm thankful that it happened, like
Yeah.
100%. And I'm thankful for people watching it. That's how I am. Like when I move on, I'm there. And then this whole week I'll be on this last pod. And then when this one comes out, I'll be on this one.
Yeah.
And you know, it'll just keep going. And I hope people go back and watch them. And I hope we become a staple name, bro. I really do.
Yeah, even though like I'm part of this, like I still enjoy going back and watching them. It took 2 years. Yeah, we delayed it a lot, but just where we're at now, like we're
yeah.
posting
Well, all the hard
once a
stuff's
week.
out of the way, really.
Exactly.
You know.
Yeah.
Now it's just filming time and
Oh yeah,
energy. That's all it is now. So
I
if
mean,
that's the least of my problems. I'm cool with it.
We picked a crazy time. I don't know if the mics are picking us up.
see you received a lot of hate from posting. We received a lot of hate from delaying
From
everything.
not posting, yeah.
Yeah, and it wasn't even like you obviously received hate from us, like funny hate, like stuff like that, making jokes, and we received like I mean obviously like even our friends, they were like, oh, it's never gonna happen.
Yeah. We've had people tell us like
Oh, straight up
straight
all
up,
the time.
like, you guys are losers and it's literally not
Oh,
gonna happen.
really?
Well, yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
we've
I
had
have
it, bro.
specific family members that like to make fun of me all the
Yeah.
time for doing
Oh,
this.
wow.
I mean,
Yeah.
obviously you guys know who it is.
Yeah.
But like every time we post something, he's like, "Oh, never gonna happen, nothing." And I'm like, "Oh, wow, well, we're posting now, so." But there's always gonna be haters
Yeah.
every time we
That's
post.
why I just don't like, dude. And
I'll be
honestly-
damned if I hate on somebody for trying something that they
Yeah.
want to do, though.
Uh-huh.
You know,
Yeah.
especially if it's not harming anybody.
Bro, but I think the best part is, and I'll say this now, the amount of love we've been getting. Like,
I receive texts every
bro,
day about
and
it.
it's amazing.
You know what,
Like,
though?
There's people that actually care about us in this
Mhm.
world, and I'm just so thankful about that. Like,
You're gonna learn though.
here, I'll
There's a lot that comes with doing this stuff. Like, it's all good. It's great to receive like compliments and,
Yeah.
or whatever, right? Like good feedback. But like, you're gonna learn. You're so early into this, but there's gonna come a point in time, and I hit it. I actually I stopped doing content for the longest time.
I
There's a
know,
lot of reasons
yeah.
why I stopped doing
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
A lot of reasons. You're gonna realize it just comes like internally. Eventually, nothing really matters. Nobody's input matters at all,
Yeah.
but yours
Exactly,
really. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It doesn't matter to you guys a whole lot right now,
Yeah.
but you'll see. They're just gonna come a point in time where you become kind of just like numb to all of it.
Yeah.
You don't really care. It's just like
I'm just thankful.
as long
right
as
now.
you're happy or whatever.
Yeah, that's what I am. Like, I'm just happy people are watching, and
Mhm.
I know, like, bro, we get like 100 views on the first one, and our TikTok's got like 100 followers right now, and our Instagram's got like 100 followers right now, and bro, but I always have looked at followers as like a number, bro,
Mhm.
and it seems terrible to say that because people are like, you know, they follow you and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, obviously your goal right now is to get those numbers up.
Exactly,
Everybody's
yeah.
goal
For
is
sure,
your
yeah.
everybody's goal
Definitely,
is.
that's
But
that's literally the goal in life, and that's the goal we have here. But I also want to make enjoyable content. Like, I want to make stuff that people can listen to and not just be like,
Yeah.
Mhm.
you know, not just watch 5 minutes of and be like, oh, I'm done with this.
This
You know what
actually
I'm saying?
this applies to life, but
Yeah.
obviously even more specific to like this, the podcasting or whatever. Would you agree? Would you rather have 3 like hardcore supporters that listen and tune in to every second and they comment and like on everything versus like 300 people that tune in for the first couple minutes and don't really interact or
Right.
provide?
I'd rather have the 3
Yeah.
because in
3.
the end of the day,
Yeah.
yeah. No, because I'd rather know that people are actually watching everything,
Yeah.
giving us feedback. Because at the end of the
Those
day, like
3 are more likely than to like buy merch and
Yes.
like whatever the
Yes.
hell you want to do, really.
Yep.
and like they actually truly care about us. I'd rather have those 3.
Yeah.
You
I
know,
feel
that's-
like we have,
that's
we
friends.
have a couple of those.
That's
things, you know
friends
that?
too. That's why I said life. Like
your
you'd
mic
rather have.
actually might be coming
Yeah.
off.
Nah, I get what you're saying there.
That
I get what
applies
you're
to
saying.
life though, because I mean it in friends too. Because like
Yeah.
I'd rather have like 3 super. I'd rather have 1 super supportive friend.
Nah, I get you, bro.
Isn't that
I
the
know
point of marriage?
Nah, how do you feel about marriage? Like, do you want to get married one day or what?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I would too. I think I do too.
I think
Dude, come on, one
right
day
now,
you're
right
gonna...
now in my
I'll
view,
say that right now
Yeah.
with everything.
I will have to say right now obviously I don't want to like get married tomorrow or something like that. But like I just generally don't think like I want to delay marriage as far as I can.
Really?
Like me personally, like I would be fine getting married at like 40, and I still think I would enjoy my life.
Do you believe in? I was gonna say something more nerdy, but do you believe in God? I'll just say that.
Do I believe in God?
Yeah, and His timing.
Yeah, I think he has.
100%.
Oh, okay.
I think
I
he's
was
a
gonna
plan
say
for
something else.
everyone.
I was gonna say a
Bro,
nerdy
so,
response, but
nah, here, I'll actually get into this. So this isn't. We'll go back to that dating thing. But so I've had a couple experiences. Like, you ever have an experience with God? You know what I'm saying?
oh yeah,
Bro,
I could go down a crazy
so
rabbit.
there's
Actually, I
times-
have some notes.
Really? Yeah, pull them out. Pull them out.
Come on, go ahead.
Yeah, but so I actually hit someone's car the other night.
Really?
Actually, this is like 2 months ago when I hit Bryce's car.
Mm-hmm.
I backed into it, and so part of me was like really upset. I'm like, why does this happen? This and that. Like, I'm going off, and I'm so upset. And I was actually going home to let my dog out because I was at someone else's house, and I'm like, what if I went home, and that was it? Like, someone hit me going 100 miles per hour, killed me. Like, maybe this, little lump in this road that I just took, like hitting his car, was better than me going home that night and maybe
That is
dying.
true.
You know what I'm saying? Because I think something bad was gonna happen, and he told me, "Nah, I got more time left. I got more time left here." And I don't know why I view it like that. Like that, like it seems weird because I just hit someone's car. I'm all, I'm like, dude, why? Like, why would you do that? And then, boom. I think it was a deeper reason. And there's things that happen where I'll break my arm or something, and I'll do this, and I'm like, dude, I think that happened so something worse didn't happen to me, so I could stay alive.
Well, it doesn't
live.
even necessarily have to be something worse. It's the fact that you feel that way, though.
Yeah.
It's how it made you feel. You
Yep.
know.
Yeah.
No, I think personally, I'm a big believer in like God has a plan for everyone. Now,
Yeah.
not to get in religion or anything,
Yeah.
but like I genuinely think
Nah, I'm
does.
cool with getting in religion.
I
like
think
that. I
he
like that.
gives puts us in different situations that will better us. Even if
Yeah.
like at the moment like it brings you down, like you're in a dark place for a while, everything. I think his power is enough to get us out of it, and like it's just like building blocks. Like life's building blocks, and I think he's guiding everyone to the right direction, even if it
Yeah.
takes a little longer for other people to
Yeah.
get success or like happiness and stuff. But I mean, he's always there, and I think he puts us in different situations, not only to test us sometimes, but as to build us as humans. And I think at the end of the day, I'd love to think that my life is going to be how I want it,
Exactly.
just because I think he
I
is
like
guiding
that.
me in that direction.
Yep.
How you want it, but I think how
How I need
how
it.
you yes. Oof.
I think that's
likes
exactly
that.
what it is.
Well, you don't realize it until it happens.
Yeah.
Like, because there's things that you want and it doesn't turn out the way you want it to, but then you're like, damn, I wouldn't have it any other way, right?
Bro,
Yeah.
that happens to me all the time. Yeah.
I'll ask you guys, like, this is a tough question.
Just-
You guys are asking me questions. I'm ready to ask questions.
Go ahead. Go for it.
Just be honest. Like,
I will. I'll be totally honest.
do you feel like he's given you your
Say it.
toughest, and even if it's not your toughest test yet, like
No.
one of your toughest tests?
No.
Oh, really? And you answered that confidently. How about you?
No, I don't think he has.
See,
it.
have-
I think I have.
Really?
Yes.
Do you want to go? You want me to go over, or you want to go over first? Like, you want me to tell you why I don't think so?
Yeah, go ahead.
All
Go
right.
ahead.
So the reason I don't think so is I think we got a lot to learn in this life, and I think
Yeah.
trying to learn sometimes he's got to teach us, man, and sometimes it's not the way. As I was saying, like, he taught me, like, bro, if you back into this car, like, you might hit somebody tonight, so like I need you to be safe. So that kind of like corresponds with it, kind of not, but I feel like there's been times where I've been put down. I've obviously been down. Last like fall, everybody like left for college and work and stuff, and like everyone was just so busy. And I was in community college, right? At I'm not gonna say where it was, but I was in community college, and I was like so alone, and I felt like I was trapped inside this little bubble, and I had nobody to talk to. So I was sitting there, I was working, but not like crazy, and just days would go by, and they felt like months, and I didn't have I didn't have nothing. I didn't have no supporting cast. I didn't go to anybody. I just kind of sat
You're just
there and
alone
dealt
with your
it.
thoughts, right?
Exactly. Yep. And that's all I did. And that is one of my toughest tests for sure. Like, that's what he was like, bro. I feel like he was telling me something like, these are your friends. Like, if you're willing to ride out with your friends forever, you will sit here and be in silence, and you will take this and know that they are your friend. It sounds crazy to say that right now, like, but that is one of my toughest tests. I'll be totally honest with you, but I don't think the toughest one has come yet.
No, it's
I think we.
Oh, I guess I would agree with you then.
You're a little older.
I didn't
so
want to
get it.
say it was my toughest, but to this point,
Yeah,
it has to be.
Yeah,
I mean,
okay.
it has to be.
Yeah.
So I'd agree with that. Actually, a lot of what you said I'd agree with, but I'll let him.
Yeah,
I'll let him
you
go
go-
if
you go
you're
ahead,
ready.
Nancy.
I mean,
I don't think. I mean, we're still young. Like you said, we're only a third of our way through our lives. Hopefully,
Quarter.
like, I mean, anything can happen at any point. I just think there's so many more, like, problems, and I don't necessarily would say that there's not going to be one that sticks out. I think there's going to be multiple different ones that is going to build.
I feel like
That's
everybody
all.
has their like defining moment. Though. I don't know if I've had mine yet, but like when you agree, I feel like everybody has
Oh,
that.
I
like
think everyone does,
defining-
but I don't
Nah,
think
you'll
I have
know,
definitely
you'll
not
know.
had mine yet. No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But get into yours. What do?
Yeah, I can't.
So again, I mean, to this point, it definitely was. I'd say literally over the last year and a half, 2 years, it kind of started brewing, and then really bad over the last. I'd say probably about the last year. I just started questioning everything I was doing, career, personal life, relationships, everything. I started questioning, and not just questioning. Like when I would start to feel good about something and start like pursuing it, it almost would feel like it was like slapping me in the face. And it felt like it was just like never gonna happen.
Yep.
And then
And
it
you
got to
wanted
the point.
quit, like you wanted to quit.
Everything,
Exactly,
honestly.
bro.
Like
I
I
feel
don't.
like that all the time.
I don't want to get like too personal, but like
it's all
man.
good.
And then what you said really resonates with me. Like
You want to say something on the pod? Here, come say.
crazy
what's up.
timing, man.
Come say what's up. Come say what's up.
I'm about to start spitting. Yeah, I mean, just everything I started questioning, and then like the things that would start to like. It got to the point where I was like, what. I never had suicidal thoughts, but I just started questioning why I'm even here. It's
No.
gonna happen to
Bro,
everybody.
no. I've had that
Literally,
before, yeah.
and
Oh,
again,
yeah,
I
I've had that,
I didn't have suicidal thoughts, but I
Like,
started
what are
wondering,
you-
like,
yeah, what am I
like
doing
why,
here? Yeah.
like why am I here? Like, is anything gonna change? Like, am I gonna like whatever? Because like the second I'd start getting momentum in anything, if it was a career, a hobby, a relationship, it would just like all of a sudden I get smacked upside down, and it's like
Yep. Dude.
I don't even know how I bounce back or whatever.
So do you think all that happened for a reason, or?
Yeah, it did. I'm still actually figuring it out, honestly.
Yeah.
And a lot of what Tyler said resonated with me. Like, I like to be alone. I really do like
I
to
do
be
too
alone.
sometimes.
Like, I like my own space. Obviously, I still live at home, so there's like literally 4 other human beings and a couple other animals that live in the house that I'm staying at. And there's times where like I come home, and I honestly wish there was nobody here. I could just like come home to nothing and just deal with my own shit. But even with that, would you guys agree? Because you guys come, if you're staying at a dorm or even at your house, wherever you guys are staying, you can be in a place where there's people and still feel lonely.
No, yeah, I know exactly.
'Cause you're dealing with your
I
own
get what
shit.
you're saying.
He doesn't get it.
Yeah, he doesn't get it yet. He's too young.
No, I get exactly what you're saying.
So,
There's a lot of times I'd much rather just be by myself than with other people. I think that's like growing up. I think majority of my time I'd rather be by myself.
like that's the thing. Like then you get into like, is it loneliness or are you craving? Because what I crave, and I think you guys would probably agree, even though you're young, I crave meaningful connection. Like I don't want to
Yeah.
just be friends with somebody just to be like friends. Like I want like there has to be meaning to it. You know?
You talking about just like going out or like?
Yeah. Like to me, like I'm so selective, and it sucks because people like may think I'm like an asshole or whatever they think of me,
Yeah.
or a loner or whatever they think of me. But I'm just selective because like. I lived a life where I tried to make like as many friends as I could, and I think it's a great way to live. You should be. I
I've
think you
done
should
that
be
before.
friendly to everybody. I'm not
Yeah.
saying like don't. I'm not saying stop talking to people and be
Yeah.
tunnel vision. But what I'm saying is like just be selective. Like prioritize yourself first because
Yeah.
you can't give the best version of yourself out if you're not prioritizing yourself. And everybody deserves the best version of you, and you deserve the best version of them.
Yeah.
The intent has to be there. I'm saying.
Nah, I feel you on that.
So I don't want to keep going too much, but to continue on, life hit me so hard. I just started like the loneliness hit really hard. I started like just like almost I guess being desperate, and I just started making friends with people that probably weren't people that would meet my like criteria and stuff like that. And I took part in activities and stuff that were probably harmful.
Nah, I feel you on that. I know what you
And
mean, though.
I'm just now bouncing back, honestly, from all of it, if we're being honest. Everybody has their own path. You guys might have
Wait,
different...
did you commute to college, or you? Lived
Yeah, I
there?
commuted.
Okay, I didn't know if you lived there. or
I think
not.
I think
I was
that's
gonna say,
a
it's
big
probably
part.
worse if you.
I
you
think
lived
that's a
there.
big part of college.
Dude, they can't hear you, Jace. Oh yeah, they can. No, you have to come here. Come here. You want to say something?
What is it called?
Just watching.
My gamer tag is VO1D_Poozer boy.
That's great. Mountain Dew voltage.
Dude, he's just staring off into the distance.
Shoot, I'm ready for like s'mores and hot dogs over the fire.
I think we got into like really deep topics and everything.
Yeah, I like that. I like that. I like to do that on this pod because I feel like it'll help people. One, people that want to come on, like, be more free.
Yeah,
And
that's
I like
that's the
that,
key,
yeah.
man. You want people to be like,
I hate when people just try and hide stuff.
I know.
Like no, and I understand.
shit,
like,
I was
personal
hiding
life.
stuff and I feel like I was still vulnerable.
No. It's fine. Like, I understand. Like, you have to hide some things, but like, I want people to know they can come on here and talk about, like, especially stuff that they're going through, like anything. Like, I just want people to know that, and that's why I did this pod. People think I did this pod for money. People think I did this pod for fame. No, I did this pod so I can learn about people.
Shit,
I learned a lot about you tonight just from an hour and a half
Damn,
of
really?
talking. Yeah, just from an hour and a half of talking, and that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, there's a lot I didn't know about like
Exactly.
your life that I
Oh,
just
really?
learned in this
Damn,
last
I guess
hour.
I just never told him.
Exactly, bro. That's what I'm saying, and you learn.
Well, you
so
want to know
much
what the
from
truth is? Shit, this will be a TikTok clip. Are you ready?
people. Yeah, I'm ready.
Oh, I gotta make it 15 seconds or under, right? No, I'm
Yeah.
kidding.
It'll be
Um,
30.
I really only feel at home when I'm like doing shit like this. That's how I know I need to do this stuff. Like, I feel like in life I'm just going through the motions sometimes, and
Yeah.
then when I'm like in front of a camera and shit, everybody's like, "Oh, he just wants to be famous," and it's like, no, I fucking feel at home. I
Yeah.
feel at home. I don't
Yeah.
feel like I'm like overthinking. I'm not sitting in Mr. Crossgrove's math class daydreaming for 45 minutes.
Yo, my
Sorry, dude.
Imagine he comes back and watches this full circle. That's
He's
great.
gonna show up at your front door and
Yeah.
talk about it.
Please do.
Nah, it's all good. I like.
No, I
that.
get what you're talking about feeling at home. I think I feel that when I play baseball and stuff.
Daydreamed
Yeah.
all through college, and I still graduated. I don't remember anything from college. I just graduated a year ago. I literally daydreamed through all of it.
Yep.
Seriously.
No, that's.
I just did it because I needed to get a degree, you know?
Yep. That's why I just kind of
It felt meaningless
away.
to me. And that is a whole nother thing. I feel like we didn't even talk about that. College.
go ahead. What time?
Oh, really?
Dude, we have as
Bro.
long as you want.
Long
This
as
could
you
be
want.
3 hours.
Yeah,
I mean,
don't
I think
care.
man, maybe you'll make 2 videos out of it. I mean,
No, it'll all be one pod. That's a podcast. You know.
it definitely, it's still early for me. I get in a back and forth, like, with my parents about it. Sometimes I feel like I wasted my time doing it. Because sometimes I feel like I had more success just doing, like, venturing off into my own, into the, like, this content world or whatever. But, I mean, I guess a degree, I have it or whatever.
Yeah.
It looks good. It'll probably look better as I get older, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. Sometimes I feel like I waste my time, and I don't know. I don't like when I feel like that. I like when I'm doing stuff.
No,
But
I'm
it
going-
is such a short period of your life, though. Like, it feels
It is,
long,
yeah.
3 or 4 years, whatever it is.
really
But, like, it
short.
goes by so fast. Like, part of me actually kind of misses it.
No, I do too,
Sometimes
but-
I wish I could go back just because I was around so many people.
Yep. I like.
Oh,
I like that.
We
That's-
we talk about this a lot, like going
You know?
back to different things.
It
Like,
sucks, man.
I mean, I'm only in my first, or I'll go into my second year of college soon. But I definitely wish, like, sometimes I was back in high school and, like, made better decisions with all this.
Yeah,
Like,
you
I
s-
wish we
you
would have
just feel
actually
like you took
started
it
it
for
2 years.
granted,
Yeah,
right?
100%.
Yeah, just on a serious note, you feel like you took it for granted on a lot of things, and there's times where it's like, damn.
What?
Sometimes I just feel like this version of me would have done so well
Oh, like,
with a certain gender,
oh.
you know?
What, you want to get into relationships or what?
Oh,
I mean, we
I'm not even
skipped
saying
right over
that.
that. We can
Yeah,
go
we
right back
skipped
to
over. We can end the
relationship.
pot on that. Relationships. We'll end the
but
pod on
even
that.
then, it's like,
Let's
then
do
we
that.
get into a whole bigger thing. It's like, I feel like God has a
Yeah.
meaning for everything, so it's
Yeah.
like, why should I, question it or whatever?
Yeah, because so.
Because, like, it can be a major distraction. That's another thing I learned. You females can be a distraction. Guys can be a distraction, too, I guess. So I don't know what goals, females have or whatever. I'm really intrigued to see when you guys start having certain people on here.
Oh, yeah.
I'm very
We're
intrigued to
opening
see
up
what
We,
people...
we
lot
have
of-
females coming on, so.
Because, like, I do wonder sometimes, man. Like, sometimes I just wonder what people... Like, I just want to know what their actual goals are. I feel like some people have goals just to look cool or something.
Mhm.
You know? You ever... Like, even
Oh,
in
I
college,
definitely-
you're like,
yeah.
I feel like this person is just here just cuz.
Yeah.
You know?
No, I think a lot of people are at college just because
Yeah.
that's what their parents
It's like
told
the
them
safe...
to do.
It's the
Safe
easy
route,
thing.
Yeah.
but it's not always what's gonna work out in the end.
Like, and that's the other thing. Like, there's nothing wrong. Man, there's nothing wrong with like if there's. Oh, this is crazy. I can't believe I'm saying this. If there's like girls out there that literally just want to like work whatever, but just be like the house mom that literally holds it down, and for whatever reason, that's like frowned upon.
No, as long as you
But like one of the people I look up to more than anybody is my own mom for that reason.
Yeah.
Like she's worked jobs that I probably shouldn't even say this. I know she doesn't love the jobs that she's worked,
Yeah.
but
Not
she
saying
loves
mom-
the life she has because she has us, this home and everything. And it's like, damn, like that's
You just gotta be appreciative. That's me. Like I have to be more appreciative of everything, and I've tried to be like, I'll go to bed at night and just thank myself for everything. Not thank myself, but thank God for everything. Like
Mhm.
thank you for making this one more day that I'm living. Thank you for tomorrow because I already know I'm waking up, this and that, and I know I'm gonna wake up tomorrow, and that's the best part
yeah.
about this life because I know I'm not done here. I know
Oh, yeah.
I'm just getting started. I'm not done here. I'm not done here till I say I'm done. Simple as that. And I love that about this life. And a lot of people will hate me for saying that because they'll be like, dude, you could get shot tomorrow. But I'm not done till I say I'm done. It's simple as that.
Well,
I love it. I'm not done till I say I'm done.
well, if you believe in the higher power, you never know, man.
But I know I do.
He said,
So we're recording on my deck, the Conrad compound's deck,
Yeah,
and we have a
big deck,
surveillance camera, whatever the hell you want to call it. My parents are at a Chris Stapleton, I
he
think.
said Eric Church. I
Eric
thought.
Church, Chris Stapleton. I love country music. I don't know which one it is.
Yeah.
They're at the concert in Jersey, and my dad just tapped into the surveillance camera
Yeah.
from his phone and just spoke. I don't know if you guys could hear it or not.
Yeah, you might be able to. I
He
don't
said
know.
hi.
Yeah, he said what's
Dude,
up.
he was having a great time at that
That's
concert.
lit. He-
Not
he's
great
probably
enough
gonna-
if he pulled out his phone to say hi to us.
Dude, you know what I think?
He
You know,
probably
I
just saw
think
the
we
camera's
should
been on for
we
2
should get
hours.
we should get Steve on the pod.
Oh boy,
Dude,
I think Steve could have a good.
that would be interesting if you start getting adults onto this.
it'd be crazy.
Oh, I think we're definitely gonna plan on it. We're opening up to a wide variety of different people from different like backgrounds and stuff like that.
I'm
Speaking
just
of, I
saying,
saw that
it's
clip
in-
you guys posted of like your most like ideal guests or whatever.
Mhm.
That's interesting. Do you still feel that way about those
Oh
guests?
my god, 100%. I would love if Nick he liked my
Yeah, I
story.
mean, obviously.
He liked my story.
He did like. The
Oh,
story.
really?
He liked the story, but he just never responded. I think it might have been just like a team thing or like one of his.
Was he
team
out
doing
this
it.
way?
Bro?
Because I know isn't
Lancaster-
like
yeah,
Sky
Lan-
Bree from here or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's dating her, and they actually just said who has like a 10-room apartment in Lancaster because they're doing like a big celebration. So I'm like, I don't know. I think one day I could see it happening.
That's
it's crazy.
Man,
like,
that's
I can see it happening.
that's crazy.
Oh, I think we'll definitely get him on at some point.
Yeah.
I truly believe that we'll have him on at one
That's
point.
what, yeah. I mean, at that point, yeah, just keep in touch with that, what he's doing, and just keep spamming him.
Like I know that's Tyler's. Dude, there's only two people that I really want on this, and that's obviously the Nelk boys, and I want Trevor Bauer on this thing. I think
We're gonna make it happen.
outside of baseball, he's really.
So why would you want him? Does he have like I don't know much about him outside of baseball. Does he have like?
He's just like a good dude.
Oh yeah,
You
like
could tell.
you see all over the news, like he's this bad guy, but no, you really watch like some of the podcasts he's been in. He
Oh, I
goes
didn't
over
even
his
know.
life.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
Well, so he obviously has a YouTube channel where he does all
oh,
of
I
his
didn't even
baseball
know
content.
that. I didn't
Yeah.
know that.
Yeah, he has a YouTube where he does a lot of his baseball content, and then I know I've watched videos of him on like different podcasts, like explaining over like the hardships. Like, you really think about his life, like you think, okay, this guy made $30 million a year just to play baseball, but there was so much that he went through growing up
Yeah.
that like none of us, at least I don't think I didn't go through it. Like, there was a lot of like he never had friends in high school. They always bullied him. He only people he had was his mom and dad. Bullied him for being weird, different, everything. But you look at it now, this man's a millionaire. He chose the route of just having his parents and sticking to his what he believed and what he thought was right. Now he's a millionaire. Doesn't have to worry about anything. Like I'm sure he still deals with a lot of stuff. Obviously, he deals with a lot of hate.
Yeah.
But he really took all of that and just turned it into one of the best lifestyles. He's doing what he loves, gets paid for it. Like, you can't ask for a better thing. But it came at a cost, and that's what everyone has to pay a cost at some point.
Yep.
Now it's whether you actually take it or not.
That's so
Yeah.
true.
But,
It comes with a cost, man.
Yeah. Big shout out to our guest, the real Stephen Conrad Jr. Shout out any socials right now. Go ahead.
You just said it. Real Stephen Conrad Jr. on
Real-
Instagram.
Yep. Go to Instagram, Real Stephen Conrad Jr. He's a kid with a dream like us, so go follow him. And this won't be the last
God,
time
I
you
hope
see
I
him.
can still be referred to as a kid at
You are,
24,
bro,
right?
you are,
Oh,
yeah.
100%.
You are. And he's we got big things planned. So I'm ready for y'all to see this, and I'm ready for this to take off, man. I know I say it every podcast, but I just want y'all to know that I'm thinking about y'all, and I know that with your guys' help, this will be the biggest podcast in the world one day, and I will get anybody on here that I wish, because I feel like it's gonna be like that.
What?
Nothing.
If there's anything I can conclude with,
Yeah, go
I'm
ahead.
just going to conclude with this. For anybody that's tuning in, if you're still tuning in, actually, I know this is going to be clipped. Are you ready?
Yeah.
I got a promo I'm ready to cut. This whole podcast should be motivation for anybody out there that has an idea, because I've said like 3 or 4 different times, and I say it to them off air like all the time. The hardest part is starting. If there's an idea, just please take it and run with it. I don't care what anybody in your life says. It could literally be your brother, your sister, your parents, best friend, cousin, girlfriend. That can be a tough one. Sometimes they can hold you back.
True.
Girlfriend, that's the key. That's the key.
There's a difference between a girlfriend and a wife.
Very
Big
true.
difference.
And you can have a wife before you're officially like knotted together, right?
Oh, I like
Just
this.
give it everything you got. You're gonna feel it in here. If you feel it even 5 or 10%, just please just go after it. Promise these guys this, and promise me that too. Please, just do it.
I agree with them.
Just do it.
We had
Because
that
one
fire.
day it could all pass you by, and you just didn't do it. And don't be that person. Don't.
Yep. I would just say do what your mind says, and if your mind's telling you to quit something and go pursue something else, you do it. And if your mind's telling you to start a podcast, start a YouTube channel, start, start cooking, start whatever you want, bro. Whatever you want in this life, you can have it. I'm telling you. And I have everything I want right now in my life. Obviously, materialistic things, and that'll all come later in life. But right now, I'm living. I'm walking on 2 feet. I got 2 hands. I got eyes. I got a nose that can breathe. I'm being totally honest. There's people that don't have this stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't have a nose at one point. I
Yeah,
had surgery on my
yeah.
nose because I couldn't breathe out of it.
Yep. That's what I'm saying. There's people, and I'm so thankful for this life, and just having my boys with me and stuff like that. I'm appreciative of everyone that's been tuning in, and yeah, we'll give it wraps on that. Anything else you want to say? Let's go.
Gosh.
All right, this has been another Out of the Park Boys podcast.
Fly Eagles fly.